Hello YouTube, here is pretty much the sixth and hopefully the final video on the movie Kundun. This is going to be a long series. Here with you to put you through this endless series of long detail and lecture is Lisa Stade of the YouTube channel Lisa Stade and Pitlow Obsessed. I hope this is the end of the movie. My throat is getting cracked and tired from talking. But I'm here doing the review of Kundun. That's by Martin Scorcesese from the 1997 movie that's is of that title, Kundun, from the 1990s. Now, I was a 90s kid, honey. Okay, so the next scene, pretty much the Dalai Lama telling the Chinese Communist General Tang and Chairman Mao to get the heck out of here, just pack your stuff and go. There is the door. Don't let it hit you on the way out. So the next scene is of the Dalai Lama consulting the oracle on a way to a safe way to flee to Tibet, from Tibet to India, under without the Chinese communists finding him and killing him, so he can live in exile. But there was also another scene of Chairman Mao and General Tang there sending a letter to the Dalai Lama at his summer palace. And they are telling General Tang's China, Mao Zedong, General Tang have invited you to Chinese opera in Beijing. You can't bring any of your bodyguards. You can only bring one person attendant with you. Pretty much, they want to kill the guy or have him kidnapped. But he tells Pumba, who's reading this letter, just tell General Tang I'm too busy. I have no time. But thanks for the offer. And later on, there's a scene of pretty much another letter being sent by General Tang saying, about, what place you want to tell, of a building you want to have demolished, that you're living in or at, So we won't bomb it because we're gonna bomb places now. And eventually a bomb goes off and everyone's fleeing and it hits one of the walls in the courtyard of the Dalai Lama's summer palace there. And pretty much everyone's just trying to torment the Dalai Lama now. They're trying to kill him now, so he won't go. So, next best thing, let's try to kill the guy and try to think he's as dumb enough to tell us where he's at. To bomb him, he's smarter, you think bets. But yeah, there was the so there was so then there's that scene, and then they have another 14th Dalai Lama that's appointed. That's gonna be hopefully the 15th Dalai Lama there, or the Panchen Lama, I guess. That's a kid at the time who says, I'm gonna get a gun and kill the Chinese, and the Dalai Lama says, the Dalai Lama doesn't kill people. He doesn't commit murder. You're a monk. You need to calm down. Listen here, about the middle path, kid. You need to know what's right and wrong. Teaching him non-violence, like a good. If this guy was his father, like a good father would for his son. Teaching him non-violence, the right way to do things in life. And life gives you problems. Violence is definitely not the answer. War is not the answer. So then there's a scene of the Dalai Lama telling his officials to make him a Tibetan soldier's uniform so he can disguise in nighttime while he's fleeing undercover, which eventually he does. He leaves the summer palace and he's making his way to Tibet through the mountains there, but he does become sick because of the very high altitude in the mountains while he's making his way to Tibet. And there are scenes of him dealing with his sickness from the high altitude while they're fleeing. And there's another scene of this of his of them building that Moloch cola, the chocolate cola mandala I mentioned in the first video, and sweeping that up, designing it, pouring the sand, doing the ceremonies and sweeping it up and putting it in one of Tibet's holy rivers there. And you have so he's also fleeing there, and then he signs another agreement for the Tibetan government in exile in another monastery. And there's a couple of other scenes there of a guy giving the Dalai Lama a white horse for him to ride, and eventually ends up to Tibet, to India there, the Indian border, where a border guard, patrol guard there of the Indian border, welcomes him as he's getting off his yak and walking to Tibet by himself, with the other officials and these convoys that accompanied them to protect him that would go back and end up being killed by the Chinese communists, because they were just there to help him get safety to India. And the border guard asked the Dalai Lama, "Are you the living Buddha?" Uh, and the Dalai Lama says, "No, I think I am. I'm like a vision in the water. When you see me, you see yourself, I pretty much reference to, the goal in Buddhism, to become a Buddha. When you see my actions and roles, on how I live, in my flaws and everything, you see pretty much yourself. You see me as just another human being. I'm not a god. I'm just another dude. I'm just another guy here. Live my life. I might have a different job than you. I might not be a border patrol agent. I might be, head honcho and pretty much the Tibetan version of the Pope and Holy See of the Tibetan Buddhist government and religious government, but I am no different than you. I have flaws, I have strengths, I have every little quirk and thing that you probably have. It's probably different than yours." So, well. And then there's the next scene of him setting up his stuff and his telescope there that at his new residence there of the 14th Dalai Lama in Dharamsala in India there, that is the area of the Tibetan government and refugee community of Tibet that is there to this day, since China still holds control of Tibet, and I wonder if even these videos are going to get demonetized on YouTube. These are just for education and telling the history of this movie that is from the 1990s, from 1997, about the life and the fleeing into exile of the Tibetan government and the Tibetan refugee and diaspora of the Tibetan people from Tibet, fleeing the Chinese communists, and of the 14th Dalai Lama, who later on becomes a Nobel Prize laureate in 1989, the interesting year that I was born. I was born on that year he got the Nobel Peace Prize. Maybe not the same day, but definitely that year. This is also another guy who's also one of my obsessions too, in the past. So. I'm a big fan of this guy. I love this movie, and I love Tibet and Asia anyway, and China also. So nothing against Chinese culture, nothing against Tibetans. I like that stuff. I like India and Thailand and Vietnam, Japan, Hong Kong. Definitely Thailand also. Find some interesting things about the Philippines too. You guys are there too, so I'm not forgetting everyone. There's no exclusion here on Lisa's State YouTube channel or Hitler Obsessed. We have standards here, even over there too. And then like that Adolf Hitler guy and the Nazis here. Uh, so there's the final scenes of the Dalai Lama setting up his telescope there and looking over the mountains, like he always does, to see his subjects from Tibet, hoping to, as the closing caption is of the movie, to come back to Tibet as its leader, for free independent Tibet. So this is definitely most likely the end of this movie that I have done as a review of Kundun by Martin Scorcesese from 1997. So I'm gonna close off by saying to you, to y'all here on YouTube, this is Lisa Stayed here of Lisa Stayed and Hitler Obsessed YouTube channel. Become a subscriber to the YouTube channel of Lisa Stayed and all of Hitler Obsessed. Like and subscribe. Like this video, like any of my videos. Become a subscriber to my channel of Lisa Stayed and Hitler Obsessed. Hit the notification bell so YouTube can make sure to let you know whenever I make a video. Share any of these videos. Leave a comment on this video or any video on my YouTube channel. You can leave a comment on my Facebook page of Lisa Stayed. You can send me a friend request on my Facebook page of Lisa Stayed. You can also visit my BitChute.com channel of BitChute. That's from BitChute.com. There's my BitChute channel of Lisa Marie Stayed. There's one word smashed together of my full name, because, that's just how it works, I guess. And then, I guess that was probably also the only option there on BitChute.com too, to name my channel. That channel I suggest is probably a good channel for you to see. All the other stuff, probably not a good thing for obvious good reasons why. Because there's a lot of weird stuff and lousy things on BitChute.com. But my channel's okay, so come see that right there. Make your way over. No, this is not propaganda. No marketing here. Only honesty. Only the best here on Lisa Stayed and Hitler Obsessed here on YouTube.com. And you can donate to my Patreon and my subscribe star too. Definitely share any of these videos here with anyone to make sure to get me 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours and make me a monetized YouTube channel so I can earn money and then tell my family members now I'm gonna get stuck paying taxes. So, bye!